say that, this you should keep. I'm not a real big fan of mementos, as Dilip said, 'cause you got to fit them in your luggage, and if you're trying to get everything on carry-on, it's hard to get even something this size into luggage. But I think this is actually, a memento for the next 5 years. Look back on 5 years and see where we've actually come as a consortium to realize a new generation of agricultural scientists using innovative platforms like MOOCs to support this One Agriculture, One Science initiative. When we look at the need, it's really urgent. I mentioned in my earlier remarks, we have an aging demographic in agriculture. We have to create excitement to get young minds to come to the table to learn about agriculture, and more importantly, work collectively to solve the challenging nutritional security issues we have over the next 35 years. It's not just going to be educators that are going to be involved in this process. I really think we need to look at the feedback loops of education. Students can help educators learn about education, the science of education. It is a science, the science of learning. And we have to sharpen our skills and ability to do that and to adapt. I think it's fantastic, this idea of chapters, regional chapters, because it provides the context for learning, the culture and context. And that it can also engage then the end beneficiary, the smallholder farmers, in that process of learning, and have them actually help define and shape the learning agenda and the content so that it's relevant for extension agents, for young scientists, to make sure that the science and the delivery of that science is relevant and is adopted by smallholder farmers around the world. I just want to articulate that ICRISAT is very honored to be a part of this consortium. It's critical for our mandate in the semi-arid tropics to bring about a transformation in education of agricultural scientists. The areas we work are often areas that are underrepresented as far as educators, as far as extension agents. And so for us, we have to be very resourceful in how we bring together the skill sets needed to take on the very challenging problems that farmers in the semi-arid tropics are going to face. As we look at climate change, the variability in rainfall is going to be exacerbated in the semi-arid tropics. The variance is going to probably be about threefold at a global level over the next 30 years, but it's going to be sixfold for the semi-arid tropics, the variance. So it's hugely important that we draw on the very best science, that we're equipping the next generation of agricultural science with the very best in class knowledge and tools to impart knowledge and to translate that knowledge into adoption and impact. So as we move forward, I'm glad this is a pragmatic group. Tom, I really appreciate your articulation of next steps and the timeline for those next steps and who's responsible. And I think that's part of a functioning consortium, is really taking a shared responsibility for this. And it's very exciting to see that ownership emerging from this meeting. So thanks to all of you. You certainly have ICRISAT's full support. And I think, just looking at the enthusiasm of this group, you have the full support of everyone around this table. You've each taken time out of your busy schedules and committed your own resources to be a part of this, which to me speaks volumes. And I think it bodes well for the success of this, because it's going to take a community approach to make this successful. And I think all of us coming together will actually be very powerful, going back to our different constituency here in India with ICAR, but to USDA in the case of our colleagues here in the United States, and other parts of the world, Africa, the African Development Bank, and so forth. We come together with one voice, articulating the need and putting forward the solution to address that need. I think that's very powerful, and I look forward to working with all of you and Dilip to making this a reality. It's urgently needed. I'm surprised it doesn't exist already, but knowing that, let's make it happen. So congratulations to all of you, but yeah, as the Nike motto says, just do it. Let's get it done. Thank you. So just an articulation of our commitment. At a practical level, ICRISAT is committed to contributing to the consortium, but we're also wanting to, offer the role of secretariat if that's needed, because we really feel this is urgently needed as a community, and we want to do our part to support that. willing to provide financial management if that's needed as a neutral broker across really the globe. We're talking about, India as a focus group today, because there's tremendous need also in sub-Saharan Africa, Latin America, and other parts of the developing world. So, we're willing to play that role as well. We certainly have an intent, of course, to sign memorandums of understanding with all parties involved, especially here in India. But we do have a due process in respecting our host country relations with the Indian Council of Agricultural Research. So we're meeting with ICAR leadership on the 21st of March, and this will be one of the topics where we'll be first getting them excited about the progress that we have been making and why we need to have these memorandum of understanding in place for us to carry this initiative forward. So I just wanted all of our Indian colleagues to understand why we're not able to sign the MOU now. It's just a due process that we have to go through with ICAR, but I'm sure Dr. Ayapan will be very supportive of modernizing the way we do education here in India. So it's just a matter of a couple of weeks, really, we'll have that in place. So I thank you for your understanding and patience on that.
Thank you, David, for reiterating that one. It's very, very important. Thank you for your keenness in this initiative and also your complete support for strengthening this one further. Okay.